with Kip's Corner. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So I thought it would be fun. I have not done an estate sale haul in a while. And so I thought it'd be fun to pop on and show you some treasures that I have found recently. I think these are from, it's across a couple weeks, but I think there are 3 different estate sales that I went to. And so all of this came from 3 different estate sales. So first up, just a cigar box, no big deal. It's not wood or anything, but what's inside? All right, here, this is just random metal pieces. This looks like a pulled up, isn't that gorgeous? So these are pieces that I'm going to have a blast with, playing with some mixed media art. This lock is pretty heavy, so I'll have to be careful what I put it onto. I have no idea what this is. This is a pipe. That'll be fun. This is, I love these. This one's already broken. Yeah, which means I won't, yeah, see it starts at 38. So this is perfect. I love these wooden rulers, and I love breaking them and using the pieces from them. And like I said, that one was already broken. I think they just gave that to me. They're like, yeah, nobody else would want that. This is, it turns. I don't know what it is. But I think I can get it apart. I don't know what I'll use it for, but that might be neat sitting on a board of some sort. These are just various little latch pieces. This one's cool. That's flat enough that could be fun. That'll end up on the front of a journal somewhere. And then, oh look, this is the other side to it, I think. Yes. Oh, what is this? Oh, a little baby lock. It's got a little puppy dog on it. See it? And then these two go together. Just a latch. One of those spring latch thingies that doesn't work. And it's all filthy, dirty, and rusty, and beautiful grunge. So that was one find. And these are all mixed up. So these are not necessarily in the order that I found them in. Next up, I was at a house where the person created wire trees, and they put them on bases. And I've separated this all out, but they had these grab bags. There were 3 grab bags. I think these are the 3 grab bags. And inside those bags were just a whole bunch of stuff. And they were all like bags inside of bags and stuff like that. And you really couldn't see what it was. But I could see the wire. I could see some of the wire coming through. When I came home, I separated it all out to see what I actually got, and I was shocked. So this is all wire in every color that you can think of. I like to use wire on the covers, especially, make a little crisscross with it, or on a mixed media tag or board somewhere. And so I won't even, look, I will not use that hot pink, but it was in the pack. I didn't say no. But the copper and the silver and the gold, and there's black, and there's some gorgeous blues and purples and greens, of course. Everything except the pink will get used. And so I just put them all together in one Ziploc. Then these are rocks. These are flat bases. I will absolutely use these on assemblage pieces. Look at the purple. Ooh, pretty. And this one I think might be one of my favorites. And so these were when they made the wire trees, and they're the wire trees with beads on them, and I know you probably have all seen them. This would have been the base. And so these are all bases. Look at that. They're all gorgeous. Pretty colors. Really pretty colors. And then these are just some gems. I mean, imagine, you look at this piece right here. Here, let me take it out so you can see it better. You imagine that wire wrapped around the top of this. If I can get it out of here. The one I want is the one that's not cooperating. Where this dark color is here, you wrap your wire around there, and how pretty would that be hanging, from the front of a journal or the spine of a journal, and it's just this cool piece, right? So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Lots in here. Lots of really pretty pieces in here to use somehow, some way. So those are all sort of those, like I said, those are those bases. But most of them, I think there's only 2 in here that aren't flat. Like all of these are really flat, so they'll work great on the cover of the journal. All right, so if you're making wire trees, you have a base and you have your wire, and then you have all these little beads. And these beads go on the trees. And all of these beads were in these grab bags. So I did not know what I was getting. There's some more little stones, fun to use. Look at these, love them. I've already used some of these on a journal page. Pink, you know, whatever, it's pink. Clear, and most of these have holes drilled in them already. And then we have, that looks like it's kind of like a tiger's eye. It's really pretty. And then here's some greens and various colors. There's a different kind of turquoisey color. And some of those actually don't look like they have holes drilled in them. Some of them do, some of them don't. Those are just little tiny beads. There's a very blue turquoisey color, oceany color. Here's a light green. There's more cream. I don't know what the difference between these two is. Maybe, I don't know. Except this says, oh, clear quartz. It's even labeled. Oh, some of these are labeled. Here you go. Oh, tiger eye. I said that one looked like tiger eye. Well, that one really is tiger eye. Dyed quartz. So there's more pink. This says mixed agate from India. And I don't think these, like I said, some of them don't have holes drilled in them. But there's beautiful striations in some of those, gorgeous. And then here's your purples. And I did put these 2 together in the same bag because I had room, but beautiful purple. And this one has a label on it. The purple in here, oops. Amethyst. Okay, there you go. So, just a fun little find there. And I just, you know, I've got enough now of this to last me an entire lifetime, right? Because there's a ton here. In just all sorts of different colors. And so I'll use these, especially these little tiny ones. You know, how cute is that? Just to sew, I don't know, is that even showing up very well? It's just to sew a little, you know, little itty bitty stone like that to add to a mixed media collage. So I was really excited about these. Yeah, I don't know how well that, I flipped through here and didn't even think that those might not be coming out. You can probably see them better further away. And so yeah, so that was in, so all of this stuff was in these grab bags. And just, you couldn't see, you know, when you get, it's kind of like this, right? When you get a bunch of bags inside of a bag, they're on top of each other, and some of them were cloudy, and I actually, there were more bags. All of this stuff was bagged inside of bagged inside of bagged. And so I really had no idea what I was getting, and I got home, and it took me a while to sift through it, and I gotta tell you, pleasantly surprised. So don't be afraid of see how it's all cloudy, like you can't see what's on it. So don't be afraid of grab bags at estate sales. Nice little find, fun little pieces for mixed media projects. Then I found these, same place actually. These are, I don't even know, they have a name, I know they do, but they are connected, and they're attachers of some sort, like you would put one on one side, one on the other, like if you're like attaching a shawl, or you know what I mean? Anyway, there's a couple different styles in here, and they're pretty old, but again, I thought they were fun. So there's this one, and so there's 2 of those, and then there's just one of these that has the straight edges, and then there's this one has a pattern in it. I don't know if that's showing up. And so these 2 are the same. They both have that pattern in them, and then this one is different. It's circles inside of circles inside of circles. And they're kind of like a mother of pearl sort of look to them. Very pretty. I'll figure something out. They might make really good latches for a journal closure too, you know? Put one on one side. Okay, the next thing is, these are Russian word cards, and they're old. I will show you what's left of the top. There's not a date on here. They're from somebody that lived in, well, their home was in Orlando, Florida, or how they got to Missouri, I have no idea. So this is like falling apart. You know, this cardboard is just disintegrating. I don't know how old these are, but there are, oops, that's not dog hair. That's my hair. I'm shedding. There are thousands of them. This stack right here, just this stack, this is 50. I counted out 50 of them. And look, there's a ton. And they have the Russian word on one side and the English word on the other. Just really fun little, I love vocabulary cards and journals. And I have German and I have French. And so now I have Russian too to go with them. This is the side of the lid. There's no dates, you know, literally the whole box is here. It's just in a whole bunch of pieces. So the Russian word cards was found those at an estate sale. And that particular estate sale, I saw the Russian word cards in, and they're online. I have an app that shows me estate sales, and they have, a lot of times they'll have pictures of some of the wares, you know, some of the things that they have available. And I saw those. And when I went there, I walked around, I didn't see them, and I asked at the front, and the guy actually didn't remember them being sold, and he sent me to some place to go look, and there they were. They were just kind of hiding. So again, don't be afraid to ask if you know if there's something specific that you might like. These are old flour sacks. Bleached, phosphate added. They're not, you know, they're not ancient. They're not like the flour sack back here that I'm using in the back, but they're a nice material, and I think I can have some fun with those. So that was worth grabbing, and there's 2 of them. So some old flour sacks, nice and grungy and dirty there. Then from there, I found this book. I'm starting to gather items for an architecture journal that I would like to do. And look, isn't that gorgeous? This had some beautiful pictures in it and some nice older buildings and just some really, really pretty. And, you know, for $1 or whatever it was, if that, I think it was $1. It might have been $2. Maybe it was $2. And some nice line drawings in the back. I'll be able to play with some of this and do some fun things with some of the imagery in here. So, architecture. Then I got this. It's Dayton's Christmas. And this was a little bit more expensive. I think this was a little bit more than what I would typically expect to pay, except I thought it was just gorgeous. And it's big, and look at this image on the front. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I could maybe scan this and then reduce the size. But it's a Christmas magazine, and it's got beautiful images in it. I love this border. And so if I do, I'll set this aside, and with the idea that I would do a Christmas journal at some point. I don't do that very often, but and look at the advertisements, which are holiday related. And there's also some beautiful, again, some great, oh look, down to Greater Dayton. Some beautiful architecture in here. These beautiful old buildings. That's actually what caught my attention as much as anything. And yeah, so this is all about, it's Dayton's Christmas magazine. So this is all about Dayton, Ohio. But the ads are wonderful too. So, fun piece that I thought I would, look at the sewing machine, So I'll be able to use all of this, even if I don't use this border and these pieces for an actual Christmas journal. I will be able to use all of this for different reasons, different pieces. So, very nice little, and I don't even know, let's see if there's a date on here. Oh, 1909. Oh, duh, it says Dayton, Ohio right there. I didn't have to flip through the pages to figure that out. I could have just looked. Okay, next up, linens. You know, I'm a sucker for some beautiful pieces. Let me see. I've kind of already gone through some of this, and so this is lace that was on the edge of, this is trim that was on a piece. And I actually started folding it up. It's all random in here. And it's this beautiful old, I mean, pretty old. And it was all gathered. It's at one point, and so it just needs to be ironed, but it's really, really pretty. Really pretty. And there is a ton of it here. That's just, I think that's a couple yards there, and there's like, I don't know, 10 or 11 of those. So I started to wrap them up. Didn't get done, but that's that. Then this was on the edge of this, which is a, hello, it was a skirt, a slip, thank you. Don't you just love it when you can't think of the word and it doesn't come to mind? It's like you lose all words. It's a slip. And so this fabric is going to be wonderful to rust and coffee dye and tea dye and play with, and it's nice and thin. You can almost see through it like a slip would be. And so that'll be really fun, and it'll rip beautifully. And then this, and so this is all the fabric from the slip. Okay, is that all? Yeah. Then this was on around the edge of it. And so I went ahead and took it off, but isn't that pretty? Just really pretty, pretty, pretty. And then let's see, what's this? This is just a doily. I think this was in a lot of stuff. I probably would not have necessarily picked up a doily, particularly one this large, but it's great cotton fabric, so I'll be able to use that. And it was in a grouping. I think these were all in a grouping. Isn't that pretty? And I love, look, it's already got grunge on it. That one will be fun to play with. Here, let's see. This is another piece, handmade piece, pretty. And then these were all together in one lot. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. That's a handkerchief. You know how I love putting a handkerchief pocket in the inside, front, and back covers of all my journals. And so that one that'll be used. And here's another one. There's two of these actually. These are all hand done. Just gorgeous. Beautiful work. Oops, I'm too close to the camera. There you go. Beautiful work. And then this. So that whole set was all, oh, there's one more piece over here. Look at this. Again, great fabric, but it's got these little squares with the wreath in them. There's small ones, large ones, and then there's little squares that just have kind of a tone-on-tone flower on them. Here's a couple more of those. This is a table runner. There's another one of those, and then there's those again. So what's weird is that one is green, but none of the other ones have green on them. Look at that. See, this stem is green, but all the rest of them are white on white. See them? So, I don't know. We ran out of white thread maybe, but that's a fun piece that I will be able to do something with. And then this, I'm not sure what it is. This was the last one that was in that set. And this is This feels, it's just it's got some pull work on it, but I don't think there's any embroidery. But this fabric is spectacular, and it's gorgeously, beautifully stained already. So this will be wonderful fabric to play with, and it feels like almost like it does feel like it's got some linen in it, but it doesn't feel like pure linen to me. It wrinkles like linen, and so it might be, but it's awesome fabric, and I think it'll be fun to see how that dyes up. So this whole chunk of stuff was just in one lot for, I don't know, $1 or $2 or whatever it was. So yeah, good find, great stuff. Oh, and the last thing sitting here, this was a dress that was literally shredded already, and some of it so disintegrated that there was nothing that could be done with it. I will show you here, but it's a satin, and it's gorgeous. Here, let me see if I can pull a piece out, and I will show you. You can't even, like, it just, right, it's not doing it because I've got it doubled over, but it just disintegrates. There you go. You can kind of see it just disintegrates. So this truly was very, very old, and this is just some of the scraps that were salvageable and usable, and so I'll be able to use these as little scrap pieces and stuff. But it's a really, really pretty fabric. And there's like some flowers in there and a ribbon. Really pretty, really, really in bad shape. It's one of those things where if you look at it, it shreds. So yeah, there's that. And I think that's it for now. I just thought it would be fun to kind of show you some of the things that I found. It's easy to find in my area anyway. It's easy to find doilies and hankies and things like that, but it's not necessarily common for me to find really, really old lace like this, or the things like the beads and the wire and stuff. That was just too cool and too unusual. And of course, when I go to estate sales, I'm always looking for the metal, like what was in that box when I first started. So that's my find, and I'll be back soon with more projects. Thanks. Bye-bye.